selection. Which ones are the best? Which ones are the worst? Well, the short answer to that question is there really is no best and there really is no worst. However, what I am displaying here right now are the two most common that people use inside the game, in my opinion, that is. Uh, First of all, let's start off with the high spread machine gun. Most of the top aces in the game are using two of these. Most aces in the game do not mix and match or set up a light gun and a heavy gun like this. They're going to typically use two light machine guns, or they're going to use two high spread machine guns, or they're going to use two short ranges, or they're going to use two whatever it is that they want to use. And so, uh, seems to kind of be the common logic in the game that that works the best, and it's kind of hard to argue with it once you get out there and try it. So, top aces in the game right now are using two high spread machine guns. This is more of an advanced gun, so if you're just starting out, I'd stay away from this one right away, and I would go with two of these, two light machine guns. The reason for that is this is a much easier gun to use. As you can see, the accuracy is much better, so you can start shooting at your opponent sooner. And other than that, it's pretty much got the same features. The reload time thing here is kind of deceptive. What this does actually, because this is so low, is the gun jams and it quits shooting on you. It gets hot fast and short. This gun does not. This gun will shoot forever. As long as you're pulling the trigger, it's going to shoot. That's basically what the difference is. Now, why are the top aces using this one as opposed to this one? Simple fact is this one here does sick, serious damage, and especially compared to this one. So when you go up against the top ace, if you're using two of these and he's using two of these, you probably have already lost, whether you know it or not. Uh, the odds of you beating a top ace with two light machine guns are pretty slim. You're going to have to catch him by surprise and shoot him early. And to be perfectly honest with you, that'll work once. He won't fall for it twice. So at some point, you're going to have to learn how to use these anyway. So there you have it. That's what the most common guns used in the game are today. Does that mean the rest of them are bad? No, of course not. The low rate cannon is a hard hitting thing, shoots pretty good. Um, Small range machine gun is actually used more often than I was kind of letting you to believe. People do use this setup quite often. It's not bad at all. It works pretty good. Um, the next thing that we'll probably talk about here are rockets and what rocket setup is the best. And there's a few, but the one that everybody seems to like the most and that seems to be the most effective is the HEMs, the high explosive missiles. Now, when you're shooting missiles, what is your best gun to pair with it? Is it going to be your HSMGs? Not really. And the reason being is it has very poor accuracy. And when you're using missiles, you want to deliver the missile blasts when you're close to your opponent and not far away. And so you have time early on to start shooting. So, in my opinion, this is a far better choice if you're going to shoot missiles, is to use the light machine gun. The reason why, accuracy is much, much better. And a light machine gun, literally, two of them can blow a plane out of the sky before the little red target shows up. You just aim at the little speck of your opponent and you start shooting early, and it is possible to knock them out of the sky using two of these. So, with that in mind, when you're only using one, you're not going to get that kind of effectiveness, but you are going to do enough damage so that when you get close enough and you let your missiles go, that you're going to finish your opponent off completely in one pass. And that's ideally what you want to do with missiles, because once you've launched your missiles, they've got a reload time, and you're going to be without them for about 12 seconds, which means you're only going to have one gun. And this one light machine gun is nothing compared to two HSMGs, which is most likely what your opponent's going to be using. So, in effect, you've gone from being extremely powerful with your missiles to, once you've launched them, to being pretty much worthless, because this is all you have, and now you're facing opponents that have two of these. And so if you're anywhere near these guys, you're dead. So if you don't kill them in your first pass, you kind of need to come up with a plan B in a hurry. I'll just put it to you that way. And there is plan Bs out there, but that's going to be more advanced discussion. So for this topic and this conversation, we're really talking about what are the best setups to use. And there you have it. If you're going to use rockets, this is the only way to go, or simple missiles, or rockets, high explosive missiles, paired with the light machine gun, in my opinion, is the ideal setup. And if you want to play straight guns, you're pretty much going to look at these, or you're going to get creamed. So you want to use 2 high-spread machine guns. And if you're just starting out and you're new and you're still learning how to play, I would go with this just for the short time. 2 light machine guns. Just simply because, you know, the guns aren't going to jam on you. You'll see the difference when you get out there and try them, because your guns are going to go bang, 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 click, 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 and you're not going to be shooting. You got to let them cool down a little bit. So there's techniques to use when you're playing with high-spread machine guns, wherever it went. So there's techniques that we use when playing with these that kind of help mitigate that. And so if you're just starting out, that's too much for you to deal with at once. So I'm going to say go with the light machine gun and pair these until you get some of the other aspects of the game down. And then once everything else is going good for you, then move yourself up to these. And then you'll be flying with the aces in the game. And this is pretty much what they're using, as I've said a few times. So there you have it. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And check back soon, because we're going to be putting up more. And the next one coming out is actually going to be about techniques, firing, and how to take advantage of the information I just gave you actually in a room and also in a live room. So anyways, there you have it. Thanks again. Stop back and see you soon.